You better buy me those fucking shoes.
I might have a little problem spending all your money. Take me out to rich girl drive, I'll shop it, rocket, drop it. Gucci, Prada, Dolce and Gabbana, patent leather, gold, CF forever. I'm a princess, give me the shoes. I'm a princess, you don't wanna lose. If you want some, like I know that you do. I'm a princess, you know what to do. Buy me shoes. I fell over one day into a stiletto world. Trashy Louboutins make me feel like a money girl. Blood so cold made me a crusader. My queen so mean, look just how we made her. I'm a princess, give me the shoes. I'm a princess, you don't wanna lose. If you want some, like I know that you do. I'm a princess, you know what to do. Buy me shoes. I feel closer to God when I got my high heels on. Clickety clack, girls. I'm a princess. Give me the shoes. I'm a princess. You don't wanna lose. If you want some, like I know that you do. I'm a princess. You know what to do. Buy me shoes. Buy me shoes. Buy me shoes.
Those fucking shoes. You better buy me 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 those fucking shoes.
Gabbana, Dolce and Gabbana. I'm a princess, you don't wanna lose. I'm a princess, give me the shoes. Let me see. This one, capture audio. I shouldn't have to set it before the stream. That's an L on my part. I'm a princess, you don't wanna lose. I'm a princess, give me the shoes. Me, Prada, Dolce. and
Hey,
Gabbana.
King.
Yeah, what's
It's
going on?
the table.
Oh man, the mic might. Why is my mic? Is my mic low for y'all? It really probably is.
Oh, it's good for me.
All right. Well, hopefully it's not too low for stream. Make sure like this shit's not too high. All right. Today we have the lovely Nat Cat and the lovely Lion for 82, and we're gonna do some reactions before we do some Okami. We have 4 videos lined up. Let me show which one.
Let's freaking go.
You here, Iron?
Yeah, he's here.
I just ain't.
So, as it's October
Can we
and
like overly react? Like every time they do something very minor, just be like, "Whoa!"
Hey man,
No way!
hey, if you want a clip for him, you can clip. You can clip for him. I don't know who can
Really?
clip it though.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, let me make
Don't
sure.
worry, I got this.
All right, can you raise their volume? All right, give me a second. Give me a second. Let me.
La 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 la.
I didn't want them. All right, see now it's higher. Can y'all see screen? All right, you can't see screen. First off, yeah, let's go.
Why would you question Mark Lovely? Why did you question Mark Lovely?
Like how just on like how you really feel, bro. All right, let's see. Y'all can see screen in Discord.
Why is he not doing that? Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, we are gonna watch Could Goku Survive in an Analog Horror. I don't know much about Analog Horror. I'm not a big horror fan, but I'm not the biggest hater against it. I fuck with some horror.
I'll tell you how real this
Analog horror is.
I'll tell you how real this is. Analog horror is like Mandela Catalog and Walton Files. It's that weird shit on hidden files basically. It's that weird shit on YouTube.
Basically.
so as it's
Thank you for
October
the
and
description.
Halloween spooky season is almost upon
Oh,
us,
or-
this time of year
Yeah,
I
that's an old
always
ass
go
video.
to one of my personal guilty pleasures here on
Let's go,
YouTube.
man.
Huh?
Analog horror. For
That's the
those
thing,
who
I
are
think
not
Goku
familiar,
could beat
analog
almost
horror
everyone
is
in
a
analog
genre
horror,
of
especially
online
Walton
video
Files.
that uses older styles of
Guys.
video
Especially in the
making to
Mandela
tell
catalog. I
some
feel like he's smarter
kind
than
of
that.
horror story. It's been around for quite a while now, and
Yeah,
even if
it
you
was
aren't
good,
familiar
Jackson.
with analog horror
Wait, how do you
overall,
turn
you
the stream
probably
up?
You can go in your settings and do it like the stream setting. Just tap on the
Open
stream.
stream.
No, it's tap on the stream and there's like a little thing on there like put up stream volume. It said 4.
heard of at least one example of it. The Backrooms, Local 58, FNAF VHS, and even
Then I had Goku teleporting out the
far
background.
older
It's
series
light
like
work.
Marble Hornets and No Through
I
Road
can
might
mute
all
you?
fall into the umbrella of
Yeah, you didn't know you
analog
can mute people
horror,
on
and
Discord?
it's gotten so influential that
Yeah, I
it
didn't know
has
it could mute
directly
you 'cause you're, like,
influenced
the
horror
owner.
movies
Yeah, you
like
can mute
it
anyone on
doesn't-
Discord.
Now, this might just be
It
my
doesn't give
power
me the
scaler
thing to,
Dragon
like,
Ball fan brain rot, but one of the first things that
turn
come
it
to
up or
mind when I
not.
see these
That's so stupid.
It shouldn't. If you're on your phone, you should be able to just like tap the screen and like scroll up.
That's what I'm doing. But what does buy rate mean?
I bet I survived the back rooms like no one survived the back rooms. That's not like me like dissing your respecting your skills or none.
I survived the backrooms. I love the backrooms. There's just one backroom that you can go to. If you make it to the pool room, you'll live. You'll
How?
just be bored out of your mind because there's no monsters in there.
Nigga said I would.
series is something incredibly simple. What if Goku was in these worlds?
I would
Are the
too.
monsters
Me
the
and
enemies that
Iron
exist
got
in these
that.
horror series actually
Yes.
strong
No,
and threatening,
Jackson, me
or
too.
are they only
Hey.
scary because the people in the stories are powerless in comparison to them? Today, let's find
What's
out.
going
If
up
you
for
like
the
this kind of
entity?
stuff, make sure to like, subscribe, and let's jump right in. Now, for this video
No, you're not
specifically,
gonna win
I will just
against
be
an
covering the
entity,
analog
but
series that I
If
am
you
personally
survive
familiar
to like,
with, and
I think it's the 4th or I don't know which one it was, but there's a there's no way Goku's winning Walton Files. No, there's no way he's losing that.
I'm on
Walton
it.
Files was there's no way he's losing.
Them
that.
brittle ass wires, Bill Murphy ain't shit. Them niggas were crushing bones and throwing cards and shit. I think. I don't know. There's
No,
like
they
different.
like yell at stuff.
Actually,
The thing that they do, they press your eardrums.
you might be able to tank them. But what I was gonna say, I want to say my setup right now is I'm very paranoid. Is because I'm not just facing a wall. I'm facing like my back is turned. So like every 5 seconds, I'm gonna turn my back, bro. I'm like, I'm paranoid, bro.
What?
I could be Goku, sure, buddy.
and also for the most part enjoy. If there was an analog horror
Iron,
or
how
just
do I do
internet horror
this?
series you thought I missed out on or would like me to give a power scale for in the
How do
future,
I
just
make
let me
his
know in the
stream
comments
louder?
down
Look at the
below. To
tanky
begin,
virus.
let's just do a basic one.
Don't forget
for
playing
Goku,
FNAF
a
while you're
series
out.
I like to call what if analog horrors.
Wait, what'd you
Essentially,
say? Go
this
into
takes a
it.
Be
pre-existing
a volume button within like the screen or Discord and just turn that off.
Oh, I see now.
Man, this is a nice ass Sonic render.
series that
Wait,
isn't
can you
exactly
play it?
horror and turns it into internet
Oh my
horror.
God, thank
Even
you.
Dragon Ball has its own version of this called The Others. But
Dude,
we'll
this
be
is
talking
Dragon Ball
about that
analog
a
horror
little
hard
bit
as fuck.
down the line.
This is
Of
hard as
these,
fuck.
I think the two most well known at this point are the Godzilla analog horror called Man in the Suit and the Batman analog horror called The Bat.
One,
While
I
the-
didn't know it was Batman analog horror. And two, quick little story. The nigga who made the what's it called? Nigga who made the man in the suit. He posted on Twitter, "Oh, I'm looking for voice actors for this." I DM'd him, bro. I got every time I look through my Twitter, I definitely got egoed. And like, every time I go check, bro, I just like cringe at it, bro. Oh shit, who
There
knows,
are
bro?
definitely versions of Batman and Godzilla who can actually beat Goku. Unfortunately,
What version of Batman is beating Goku, bro?
to fit in the
Sure,
horror
buddy.
genre,
Mario
and
can
give
beat
them a
Sonic
unique
easy. Death
twist,
Battle
neither
was
of
full
these
of shit
versions are
back
actually
then.
very strong.
Don't you mean that backwards? Because Mario won. Do you mean that backwards?
Some
Or?
good ones. Circles around Mario.
Absolutely. It's not
Personally,
even
the
a
man
fucking
in the
question.
suit isn't actually a real Godzilla, but a weird mutated version.
That
of
short
the
bitch ain't
actor
winning
who played
shit.
Godzilla, meaning instead of a city-sized monster,
Don't forget,
he's
Mom's
only
just a
slightly
plumber.
larger than a
Oh
normal
my God, I
guy.
got
Still, he has
one
some pretty
question at
unique
5,
hacks
right? Am I
abilities,
cooked
as
next?
he seems to be
You might
constantly
be.
evolving and mutating, even being able to infect other
10
people and
divided by
turn them into
3?
Yo, how I get head like this, bro?
their own tiny Godzilla franchise
What the
monsters.
fuck?
The Bat is more straightforward,
Ew.
essentially just being classic
My fault.
Batman if he was insane and terrorized Gotham City instead of actually helping it. It's
Burrito.
implied he amps
Give
himself
Batman a
with
year
bunch of
prep time for Goku
drugs to make
trust.
himself stronger, but
Mario
all he's
can
really
beat
done
Sonic
is beat up and
easy?
traumatize random criminals. Suffice to
No,
say,
Sonic
neither of
just
these
ran
guys are
around
very
until,
strong,
like-
and unfortunately, Both of them
Explodes. Isn't
would
Mario, like,
not even
50 or
pose a threat to
something?
Goku
I don't
from
know.
Chapter 1 of Dragon Ball, so let's just move on. Another subgenre of analog horror that doesn't do much better are the animatronic horror series, most of them which are inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's. You've got Harmony and Horror, The Walton Files, and FNAF VHS, just to name a few. Just like the previous set of analog horror series, there's not much these characters can really do to threaten any version of.
Well, what the nigga Freddy Fazbear do when you get hit with fucking Kamehameha to his chest, bro? Horror, horror, horror. They're not doing like. Yeah. Watch, y'all gonna hear me talking shit, bro. Y'all gonna hear a nigga fucking grab me from behind, bro. Y'all gonna hear fucking screams of chaos and terror. Oh, I'm so sorry to for my people in VC. I totally forgot to mention this
Actually,
because I
can't be Bowser.
I don't know how I didn't mention this. We have a new ending screen, and I hope y'all like it. There's no music for this, but this is like actually a new ass ending screen. It's based off of Kingdom Hearts 3. Hope y'all niggas fuck with it, bro. I definitely think it was better than the old one, which I have for like a year. I definitely like this should have been the starting screen. Alright, fuck you, buddy. Alright.
That sound. I like the trumpet.
They
Shit on
couldn't
me.
hear you in the stream, but I hope y'all niggas fuck with it.
I feel like a coder. Thanks, chat.
Goku. While being a large haunted animatronic suit allows you to be threatening to a normal
More
person, again,
practice.
Goku is just obviously so far beyond that it doesn't really make a difference either way. The best you can
gotta
argue for
fart,
is
Will.
that many of these series involve supernatural
Oh, no,
ghosts
no.
and spirits possessing these suits, but even then, through Ki, Goku can interact with spirits. So actually, it's very likely Goku would be able
I was
to
gonna
put
say
a lot
Goku
of these
could like.
spirits
I
to
feel like
rest,
Goku's
allowing them to
solo
be
almost
reborn.
all of these.
This nigga Goku was gonna hit like 20 spirit bombs on half these niggas, bro.
Born again like he did for Kid Buu. In other words, Goku
I
would
beat
fast
Goku.
track these horror
Sure, buddy.
stories to a happy ending. So,
What's
is
he
this
gonna
whole
do?
video just going to be me saying
Oh.
Goku wins? No. For example of a scenario that I think is essentially unwinnable for Goku, we can look to an analog horror series like the Tangji virus.
The
In this story,
change.
a
I'm not gonna. I think Goku had a heart virus and died. If I nigga Trunks, so Loki.
parasite that evolves in a random water source in a small town essentially takes over people's bodies and eventually takes over the world by spreading infected water across the planet. And honestly, what is
Nigga, that's
Goku
just Flint,
supposed to
Michigan,
do
bro.
here?
Nigga,
Well, I think
that's just Flint, Michigan.
Dude, wait,
Nigga,
Justin,
nigga,
we
that's
don't
just
have to do
Michigan.
it today, but can I recommend you one of the funniest videos that I watched with a friend before?
Sure, I'm turning my light on. I'm too much for a bitch, y'all. I'm too much for a bitch. I'm
The
tired of looking.
lore of
I'm too much for a
lava
bitch, y'all.
and yellow.
My paranoid ass, you
Ugh.
fucking keep like turning like the other way, like someone's gonna grab my ass, bro. I don't think a light gonna stop nobody.
Goku
if they
would
do.
be too powerful to be infected by the virus, as Saiyans are completely immune to a virus that can wipe out all of humanity. I don't think any amount of strength will allow him to eradicate or delete a virus out of other people's bodies.
Maybe
The best I
Bulma.
can think of is that he could hypothetically sense the key of infected people and stop the virus before it
Dude,
spreads by blowing them all up, but Ned assumes he's able to figure out what's happening in time.
30 minutes
Well,
long, we don't have
Goku
to watch
doesn't
the whole thing,
necessarily
but dude, this
lose.
shit
Just-
is so funny.
Justin, you be running to your room in the hall when the lights are off. I don't do that no more, bro. But I definitely getting paranoid, like when I'm watching something spooky with the lights off. That's it.
In
I
this
used to do
scenario,
that when I
think
was
it's
a
almost
kid.
impossible
A lot of
for
niggas
him
do
to
that,
win,
yeah.
and this really goes for any virus or
I would like run as
infection-based
fast as
analog
like me and my
horror.
cousin
But
when I spent
is
the night
there
with
any
him, we
analog
would like run so fast. I got Noah's. You want some?
horror entity who can straight up give any version of Goku a challenge in a straight up fight? Or are technical wins only possible for internet horror? Well, the group of series that I think has the best shot at doing so are cosmic horror series. As the name implies,
Alright, this gonna sound mad corny. Cosmic horror shouldn't count. Like you gotta hear Goku fighting Cthulhu, nigga. Like you gonna have him fighting elder gods and well, actually, not Goku probably built for it,
this
bro.
involves supernatural scenarios well beyond just the Earth and sometimes beyond our very understanding.
Yeah,
the
a
first
penis?
series that comes to mind is the Mandela Catalog. In this series, the world is being invaded by
He's
beings known
soloing
as
Mandela
alternates,
Catalog.
which are warped and
Like,
twisted
word.
replacements of real people whose main objective is to cause someone to delete themselves in real life. They seem to be controlled or led by an entity calling himself Gabriel. who
I'ma go
seemingly
eat so you
replaced
enjoy-
the biblical
so you
angel
enjoyed
and
your mind
literally stop
entertainment.
the events of the Bible from happening. This tells us that seemingly
Yeah,
powerful
honestly,
non-human
Mandela Catalog has
entities
such a
can
cool
also
concept, but the guy who made it is so weird.
What the nigga do?
And he made some weird like fetish art, and he was also I don't know, he's like really he did something problematic. I don't know. He might support Israel. I don't know. He did something, but he made like this really weird art, and I feel like he got, because like Mandela Catalog got so famous at first. I think he didn't really expect that. And he didn't really know where to go with the story, so he started like adding like a bunch of religious stuff that didn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. It was a cool idea, but it just the execution just wasn't there.
Uh, a lot of niggas have that problem where they'll like release a series not expecting it to do anything, and it sometimes it will blow up.
Yeah.
So you either have to be prepared or
Never
you
had
just
the
have to drop
hotel.
some. Had an hotel, then it took like 2 years for that shit to come to streaming. No, 3 actually, 4 maybe. I need to watch
So
Hazard
they
It's
give it
Hotel.
an
like-
alternate as long as they are
I need to
exclusive.
watch it.
If
Pilot,
that's true.
But I didn't
they-
think they expected the pilot to do so good. You know what I mean?
Oh,
That
yeah.
the redesign of the new characters just kind of look a little strange to me.
And everyone might be screwed, because what if Goku got an alternate? Essentially having Goku Black
If Goku got an alternate, nigga, I'm crying, bro. Nigga, I'm crying under my bed and praying, bro. I'm praying nigga Beerus come slay this nigga,
happen
bro.
all over again. I mentioned before that, but this is essentially the plot of the Dragon Ball analog horror series known as The Others. I
Dragon
don't
Ball
want to spoil
analog
it, but if you want to see
Why
how
wanna nigga
Goku
ask?
does in a scenario like this, please make sure to check it out. Now, we get to three
What's
of
Dragon
my
Ball even
favorite
about, bro?
analog horror series, all of which might arguably be some of the strongest, at least of the ones I know about. Local 58, Gemini Home Entertainment, and the Monument Mythos.
it's
Local 58 at
freezing.
first doesn't seem
Oh, that'd
very
be kinda
powerful,
hard.
mostly being made up of creepy, disconnected broadcasts and
The
imply
rest
that there are some
me
monsters or
promise you won't
aliens on the
hurt
planet
me.
who have feats of smashing cars apart. Pretty neat, but again, they struggle against Chapter 1 Kid
I have a
Goku. However, that
surprise
can't
for
be said
you.
for the main
Open
entity of
the
the verse,
door,
which is
Max.
literally the moon.
I have a surprise for you.
Yo, Nat, can you cut that creepy shit?
Sorry, that's like one of the
What the
things in like Mandela. It's like, so in episode 2 of the Mandela Catalog, one of the what are they called? We'll just call them evil people. One of the
Alternates.
the alternates. One of the alternates was like at this guy's friend's house, pretending to be his like dead mom. And then like the voice acting was so funny. It's like, open the door, Max.
What
I
alter-
have a surprise for you.
What an alternate gonna do with my cock out? What alternate gonna do
It'll
when I,
probably it'll kill you, buddy.
what's gonna stop me first though?
Open the door.
This
I have
open.
a surprise for you. But that's how it sounded.
She gonna get real spooky there, bro.
Moon, which seemingly
No,
has
bro,
turned
that
into
thing
an
is
evil
killing
entity
you. That thing is,
capable of
like,
driving anyone who
becoming
sees it
you.
insane.
There'll be some coming, but shit, it gonna
Why
get
are
real.
you so freaky with these weird things? Like, there's no need for this.
Nah, he gonna kill me.
Freaking you.
He gonna kill me, but I'm gonna ruin his life, bro. I'm gonna ruin
That,
his
he
life.
does. He doesn't even understand the concept
Insane.
of
Based
like,
off the change
human.
compared to our moon, this
But you gonna
unknown
start
entity
learning
at the
soon.
bare minimum is multi-continental.
Not
in power,
really,
though
don't
it's
say
likely
that's
just
such a
is the
threat.
moon, so it's probably moon level.
Ew.
Goku likely isn't
Moon
powerful enough
level?
to destroy this thing outright until around the 22nd Budokai. And while he could use the power pole to jump up to it and throw hands, looking at it would probably make him lose his mind as well. So if it's an early enough version of Goku, he does indeed lose in this scenario.
Okay,
But
here we
let's
go.
push things further. Next, we have Gemini Home
Which was-
Entertainment, which in a way is just Local 58 on an even larger scale. Once again, it involves an evil cosmic body slowly taking over the planet. But this time,
How the
instead
fuck
of
do
a
you
moon,
stop
it's
this,
an entire planet.
Like outside of Goku, how the fuck do you stop this? Do you?
In what's it called? In Mandela Catalog, it's either you gotta kill yourself. Honestly,
Honestly and
That's how you
truthfully,
do it, you
that
kill yourself.
that might just be the goal. It might just be the goal, bro.
that's how you
known as
kill
the
it.
Iris.
You gotta kill
While its
yourself.
own size is unclear, what we do see is
In
that it's able
Mandela
to
Catalog
drastically
universe, not
mutate and
IRL.
warp the geography of other planets, like Neptune. In fact, it seemed to turn Neptune into a death beam that shot light across the entire solar system in a couple seconds.
Why would you do this? Yo, Neptune always catching some fucking strays, bro. It's Neptune and Pluto always catching some fucking strays.
Nah, for real.
Like, wait, what
Arguably
Neptune and
making
Pluto
it
really
Guys,
do?
what
massively
anime
faster than light.
do I pick up? I finished Sakamoto
Given that
Days.
it usually
Wait, actually,
takes
sorry, I'm getting
light
off topic. Continue.
4 hours to reach Neptune from the sun. This is consistent with the fact that the Iris likely came from
So
another
glad
solar
you're asking
system.
me,
Still,
the
this means that
anime expert,
Goku is
what
up against a
anime to pick up.
mutating planet-sized
Uh,
lag
I
that
think
can
I'm
move
just
at
gonna
massively
watch,
faster than light speeds. Unironically, Goku might be in trouble all the
Just
way
gonna watch
through
High
OG
School
Dragon
DxD.
Ball, and the Iris would simply be too fast for him even if he could tag it with a Kamehameha. Their attack potency
Well, my mom was
should
so
also be
sweet.
pretty close.
When I
given
came
that
home,
the
she was
hacks
happy to
of
have
the
me
Iris
home. So like she put something on the TV for when I came inside. But and she knows I like anime, so she went on Netflix and chose like an anime she thought I liked, but it's called Overlord. And it's like some weird shit. And I was like, Mama, what are you watching? And she was like, I just put on a show I think you'd like. And I was like, thank you, Queen.
That sounds familiar.
I love it.
Overlord sounds
Kind
familiar.
of
But it
back
was
to
really
large planets.
weird. It was
Still, I
some
think
really
by the
weird
time of the
anime.
Saiyan Saga, Goku's attack potency
But I
and
watched
speed
it,
are
though.
high enough that one good
I don't
Kamehameha
think
could
she
blow
liked
the Iris
it.
away. I bet you didn't think Analog Horror could be that strong, but wait, we
Niggas doing fucking beam clashes of planets. See,
still have one more
Goku
series
shook
to
out the
talk
gun.
about.
What?
The
Analog
Monument
Horror is,
Mythos.
like,
It is honestly
very
a complete
strong.
coincidence
So a lot
that
of people
my
don't make it out
personal favorite
alive.
analog horror series just so happens to be one of the most powerful ones I know. The Monument Mythos is full of a lot of satire, but genuinely
one is
does have
so
some
good,
pretty scary
actually.
moments. And
The
also
library
It was confusing
lurker.
at first. It was confusing at first to follow, but I really liked it. It was actually really well made. And the art's really cool too.
some of the craziest
Me too.
power scaling feats I've seen from a series that isn't a video game, a comic, or an anime. Now,
It was a little
summarizing the
boring at
story
first,
would be
though, but I was like,
impossible, but I
ooh.
genuinely
I get the hype.
Is that nigga hitting on Michael Jackson lean?
recommend checking it out. There are numerous powerful entities within the Monument Mythos.
Yo, what?
Hey, don't question it. They gonna come for you, bro. They gonna come for you.
You right.
Like
You
50
got
Day
that.
Night,
Don't
The
get
Last Son of
you.
Alcatraz,
Who the
or the Air Force One Angel.
Yo.
They all have anywhere from multi-city block all the way to beyond planetary level implications. However, all of
Implications? What do you mean implications?
them are
So it's not-
absolute fodder
Science
compared to the
implications out
ultimate
here.
cosmic god of the
Be
verse,
warned.
known as the Horned Serpent. Now,
Nigga, I look like a sperm cell,
this
man.
entity essentially causes everything
Stop
to happen
thinking
in the story,
freakiness.
and every other powerful character is usually just a tiny fraction of its power.
Yo, this is hard ass art. What is this cast of characters though? Fucking
I'm literally the
Conchu.
moon girl, though.
Nigga, that
Let's
Conchu,
chill.
a Moon Knight, fucking Sentry.
Bro, they need to let Stranger Things go. I'm tired of hearing about Stranger Things.
It's ending this year, so
I should note that the Horned Serpent is
It's
literally an
just- it needed to
alternate
end, like,
version of
3
George
million years
Washington.
ago.
I promise it makes sense when you watch the series, and I don't have enough time to get into it right now. Anyways, the first thing we see the Horned Serpent do is destroy the Earth when it's freed. It
wait,
Yeah.
nigga doing Beerus level
sheer
feet?
size alone being brown dwarf level in power.
I've
It
never
can
heard that one.
already solo OG Dragon
what they used
Ball
to
just
call
by
me in middle
existing
school.
and probably
Really?
giving Saiyan Saga Goku a hard
No.
time. However, this turns out to just be an avatar of the true serpent.
They
As the
should've,
creator
though.
of the series has told us that the serpent is actually a higher dimensional entity that we only perceive in the third dimension because that's all what humans can comprehend.
Nigga, that's
We
kind
learned
of
that
hard. That's
another
kind of hard.
aspect of the Horned Serpent is a place called Wonderland, an internal infinite structure in which both time is irrelevant and doesn't exist. If that wasn't enough, after being reborn, the Horned Serpent caused something known as the Great Division, which created and affected multiple different universes.
Yo, this nigga actually doing Marvel comic level feats. I swear I've heard of a character nigga doing Wanda Maximoff type feats.
We're told that while not every world was affected by the division, many were. The
And someone
Horned
get
Serpent
Doctor
is also
Strange,
stronger
please.
than characters like Richard Nixon, who literally
Who? I beg your pardon. I must have misheard this nigga, bro. Richard Nixon, like the nigga, like the president. Hello.
Like the king of all time?
turned his entire universe into a fictional story. This makes the Horned Serpent a fourth or fifth dimensional being, capable of at least low multiversal power. This would make him strong enough to rival Goku as he is currently in Dragon Ball Super. As
Shit, I
both
don't
of
think
them
nobody
are
can
to some
fight Dragon Ball.
degree into that low multiversal tier.
Nah,
I'd argue
nah,
that the
you don't
Horned
know.
Serpent might
Yeah, I don't
actually
think they're
win
Goku.
due to having way more hacks abilities and just through the fact that he's far more esoteric in nature and physiology compared to Goku, who's just a
Fuck this
strong
nigga.
punch and kick guy. So
Ooh, wait,
can
I gotta
Goku
check
survive analog horror? Almost. 99% of them.
Yeah,
choose
I'm
the
not
Saiyan
gonna lie, you
Saga
only-
Goku
yeah.
or before. However, as we've seen,
No one made the
Monument
Super.
He ain't
Mythos is
winning, or-
absolutely no joke. I want to quickly thank all the creators who made these series.
Shout out to this nigga, bro. Shout out. This is a
Dude,
good
can we
video.
watch like 5 minutes? Can we watch 5 minutes of the thing that I linked? It's okay if not. I just think it's really funny.
What was the thing you linked? The obscure lore of larva. Hold on. Let me get this shit.
Shit
out of
is so funny. But it might be because I watched with my.
Me and my brother used to watch the show. Let me see.
Larva is a semi-popular show.
Why is this
that
30
you've
minutes? Holy shit.
I think you'd like this
probably seen on
YouTuber. He kind of
Netflix.
reminded
Throughout
me
its
of you.
many seasons, there has been one large story developing in the
Sense
background.
to my friend. I
Today,
was telling
I'm
my
going to
friend
look at
about
the
you. I was
show
like, dude,
about
this is like
worms
something
that fart
Justin
and
would
eat stuff
enjoy.
in a sewer pipe. But first, I would like to announce my candidacy.
What you said?
No, there's no
What you
racism
said?
in here.
What you said, bitch?
And Justin, I love
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
There's no racism in
yeah. I'm not gonna. You
For
can chat
President
with.
of the United States of America. I think it's high time we get someone in office that knows what they're doing. And that's
It's on my
me.
debit card too.
What are
too.
my policies, you
remind
may
me-
ask?
you
Well,
remind
I'll
me
tell
of him,
you
dude.
when you elect
Thank
me.
you. I
There
think
might
I
be
gotta
an
see this
issue
thing.
with the fact that I'm not 35,
Yeah, that's a
but
compliment,
we'll
that's a
cross
compliment. I
that
think this
road
guy's
when we
really
get
funny.
there. Vote Mung 2024. But my campaign is besides the point right now. I'm here to talk about Larva. The show follows these two larvae here, red and yellow. Don't worry, you're probably...
This shit is so
I-
ass.
Yo, I remember my mom. Yo, me and my brother used to watch this like a lot, and my mom was like, "Yo, you can be watching this." I was like, "All right." Low key. Hold on. Cause I actually do want to watch this one. Let me close this out. What other videos got? We have this.
No.
No. We gonna watch this now. Don't worry. Let me get the shorter videos out. Cause if I do a longer
We don't have to
video,
watch all of it. Just like, I don't know, like 5 minutes of it.
I got it.
Really
Also, crazy
confused.
screenshot. Yo, what is this thing? It's supposed to be a larva, but I
One
don't
is
think
red,
larvas look like
and
this.
this one is yellow. I couldn't figure that one out either. They live together, and sometimes care for each other, but most of the time, they are backstabbing, treacherous fiends to one another. The show is made up
Yo,
of
this show used to love how these niggas eat each other's butts, bro. This gonna think I'm being freaky for no.
That was so freaky.
This show was beyond
90
freaked out,
second
bro.
segments all about farting and gross toilet humor. And to top it off, they can't talk.
Is something up that nigga ass, bro? Yo, we need...
And would you believe this show has 6 seasons, a movie, and a half-hour
What?
And this guy watched all of it.
6 seasons in a movie?
That
Niggas
is so funny.
doing community type seasons, bro. 6 seasons in a movie?
They also had like an animated film. Or it wasn't a film, it was a show where they're like in space or something, but it's really
What
stupid.
the fuck?
special. With so much content to consume, what do these larvae do? They fight for food. They fling their snot around. They fight for food. I mean, that's about it. They also fight for women. Well, larva women. Thanks to this video, my search history now shows, do larvae have genders?
Yo, I'm not gonna. I hope I watch this video. This nigga power scaling the larva, bro. I fucking hope this nigga power
Let's
scales.
establish our characters. Red is very ill-tempered. He is narcissistic and not pleasant to be around. He is genuinely terrible.
Tell us what you don't like about the guy, bro. I mean, I watched the show too, so
Narcissistic. It's genuinely terrible.
I mean, shit, the nigga was genuinely terrible to be around, bro. They used to slime his homeboy out for like a piece of popcorn, bro.
Yellow is somewhat better than red. He is sometimes caring and sometimes kind.
This are these like war criminals, bro? Like
He's
actual
also
evil?
garbage.
They're just
He is a big-time
assholes.
glutton, much more so than red. He's also super inconsiderate. If there's tons of food to go around, he will gobble it all up. But I guess so would red, so they're about equally as bad.
They get
The first season
nasty,
takes
bro.
place in what is called the Grate, which is underneath a sewer grate in New York. This is the Great Arc. Red and yellow.
Nigga said the. Yo, I can't. Nigga said the great arc like we watching Bleach at One Piece, bro.
Live down here.
The Great
Most of their
Arc.
activities involve food, but sometimes happen to involve certain things that fall down the grate, or various weather events like a flood.
Someone
But most
animated the show, by the
generally
way. I'm pretty sure it's like a French studio, I think. I don't know. I might be chatting right now. It might have been a
That's
French studio.
freaky.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This might be a French studio. Cause
Ooh-wee.
it then gets a little fucking freaky over there, bro. Let me change title.
Discussing religion and larva lore.
You used to watch the show now, or you don't know anything about it?
I used to watch this show.
Their antics are
I'm
food
happy I started watching the show. This is actually brain on.
especially when it concerns this. Vienna
No, it is.
sausage.
Nigga, what Vienna sausage look like this, bro? Nigga, that is not no Vienna sausage, bro. This.
Well, they're like tiny. They're like larvae, so it's gonna be like big as
Not
them.
only do they have
Like fucking indents in them,
to
bro.
fight each other for food, There are other creatures that live down there. Before I can go any further, I have to establish our wacky cast of characters. Another one of the main characters is...
I remember this nigga. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't give me nightmares. He just fucking... You get scared the fuck out of me. This nigga actually looked like...
so bad.
Like, nigga actually looked like a Nightmare FNAF character, bro.
Violet. Are you starting to see a naming theme? It's never glaringly obvious if they are friends or enemies. There's times where he helps...
Yeah, I better be spit, bro. That better be spit, bro. That better be
Bro,
spit.
this is a kid's show. Where'd he come from? His mouth?
them out, but other times...
You see what type of creature this is? It might
he
be,
completely
bro.
backstabs them, and one time he crushed them. Brown is a dung beetle. Dung beetle...
Yo, I'm not. I seen 10 niggas like this in the New York subway, bro. This nigga not nothing new to me.
Carry poop. This was how he first appeared, completely different to how he looks now. He only ever looked like this in one segment. Like the rest of his species, he rolls around a giant ball of poop that he is absolutely infatuated with. He often eats it, which is splendid. Black is the big bully.
Black.
He uses force to get what he wants. He is
Puts me in
often
Black
cause
the bad
for
guy,
a lot
bro.
of the larva's pain. He has probably killed people down there. Rainbow is a snail. Obviously, being a snail, he's very slow. However, later in this season, it is revealed he has an astonishing ripped body.
What the
including arms,
fuck?
legs, abs, which they focus a lot on. Pink is another larva. She is beyond in love
slut
with
larva.
yellow. Meanwhile, she
Yo,
wants nothing
fucking
to do with
harlot
red.
type of larva.
However, red consistently looks
Slut
for her,
larva.
and she continually friend zones him. Blue, also referred to as Fly, because that's what he is one of the more minor characters.
This
He is
nigga
like
looks
Brown.
cracked out
Everyone
of
hates
his
him because
fucking
he's
skull.
nasty. So now, when you talk about the enemies, they try to eat our main characters. Navy is an anglerfish, and believe it or not...
How the fuck is an anglerfish in a New York sewer grate, bro? Are niggas running SCP experiments down there? Yo, this nigga look like a black stereotype, bro.
He actually has a villain arc. He started out...
He has a villain arc. Yo, niggas are really writing this
as
shit
a
with
goldfish.
story.
Suddenly, the bag pops. And to save Navy, Red plugs the
I
hole with his
watched-
mouth.
wait, I actually remember
His
this
body
episode.
then fills up with all the water. Still not saving Navy, the water starts to escape through Red's butthole. Yellow puts his mouth...
Yo, Twitch, this is all for learning purposes, and well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, this is a Twitch. This is a kids show.
Yeah, I'm not glad niggas see me.
So we're healing our inner child right now. We're age regressing.
Tuba Entertainment,
Who made
Larva, also known
fuck
as
Tuba? What
is
the
a
hell?
is a South Korean animated series. Wait, the animated shit in South Korea? Oh shit!
What? This was made by the Koreans?
This is fucking shocking.
Dude, I want to plush these again.
I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to them niggas, bro. Well, also not shout out to them niggas. He fucking freaked out, bro. Not this has to be freaky. Even my fucking their standards, but not even fucking American standards. Just fucking freaked out.
on Red's butthole, and his body
Yo, this nigga a real eater, bro.
fills up. Luckily, they make it to a sardine can and they spray it into there. They throw poor Navy into the can, into the steamy poop water. I guess this mutated him into the anglerfish. The larva had good intentions, but that poor fish. And the rest
Niggas
of
him
Navy's
to fucking
appearances,
supervillain.
he tries to consume the larva.
Shit, I
I guess
would
it's
too,
like
bro.
a vendetta. Green, or simply Frog,
Yeah,
is
I
another
mean,
one of the pesky villains that try to gobble down the other characters. He is a pretty important character, so make sure you remember this amphibian. A few
you
other
make-
characters, bee, and a praying mantis.
Just
that
amphibian.
for some reason is
Damn,
named
niggas
Wart. They're all adversaries, but literally have one appearance. So when I say these episodes are mostly about food, I mean it. Here's a list of some of the episode names. Ice cream, mushroom, gum 1 and gum 2,
Ew.
popcorn, ham, spaghetti, pudding, watermelon, walnut, soda, and...
Yo, niggas in the studio must have been getting fed pure fucking water and happy thoughts, bro. Cause there's no way
Yeah,
this.
'cause what is this? How do you create this?
Yo, them niggas must have been hungry as fuck in the studio,
Masterpiece.
bro.
The other conflicts they go through are natural events like floods, earthquakes, a typhoon that makes even less sense in a sewer, snow,
In New York.
ice, getting peed on by a dog.
Yo, get this freak.
Yep.
Yo, get this freak fetish show out of here, bro. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my fucking mom for being like.
Shout out to our mom.
Shout out my mom for saying, "Yeah, I gotta start watching this shit." Cause this is like actual ass, bro. This is like actual like.
Wait, what? In quite a few of these
Yeah, and-
episodes, the larva or other characters die or are harmed beyond repair. And with
Are harmed beyond repair? Niggas were having gory larva fights in this.
cartoon
Yo.
logic, they are fine the next episode. Some things are explainable how they survived, others not so much. And I don't really have an explanation for this
Oh my
other
God.
than cartoon logic. There have been multiple
Jesus
times where
Christ.
supernatural forces reckoned with them. One time an alien
Nigga,
happened
that's a
to
sand
come
pod?
down and
Nigga, that's a sand pod. What the fuck? Random ass? Random.
he had the powers to heal wounds and resurrect flowers. Maybe he
Nigga
does
doing
the same
JoJo
for
Part
the
4
larva
plots.
behind the scenes. I also wonder if larva can't die. In the episode called Mummy, they find a sarcophagus, and inside is Red's father, who was mummified. Yellow does end up killing him, though. I don't know if their
Why?
lifespan is really important.
Yeah, this shit's making my head hurt.
But this begs the question. With
Yeah,
so
shout out
much
to yo, nah, thank you for recommendations.
danger
This
in
gonna
their
be.
life and the constant struggle to survive, why
I am name, you kinda
continue
hitting
Yes,
that.
bro,
on?
this channel's
Are
so
they really
funny. They
staying
do the
alive to eat?
Minions. They
Is
do Legends of Ninjago, or they do
Like
Legends of Ninjago one. That one's funny too.
I just need to
They do
rewatch
Legends of
this.
Chima. They do a bunch of stuff. We should watch the Ninjago one like some other time.
Bet.
That one's good.
I might sub to this channel. Look, this thing kind of funny. I feel like I'm gonna collapse. I ate
It's
too
so
much.
funny.
This thing, I really, we got fucking larva in chat, bro.
it that important?
Then you,
Dude,
I'm not.
he's actually the
What
yellow.
are their goals?
He's
What are
the
they
yellow
striving
larva,
for?
the
You might think
glutton.
they
the glam,
wanna get out
bro.
of
The
the sewer,
greed.
but they've had the
The greed.
opportunity and haven't taken it.
The green
Their
or the
real
yellow.
goal is to go through metamorphosis and become butterflies.
Oh
Damn.
yeah, they want to become beautiful butterflies.
He always sung this thing out, bro. This is the
Turns out,
old song now.
caterpillars eat a bunch before pupating. All this time,
I
they've
did not know
been
that.
trying to gain enough energy to evolve. At the end of the season, they actually do, just like Pink did in the episode
Whoa.
prior. In the 3-part
Oh my
season
God, they
finale,
did it. Shout out
they
to
form a
them.
chrysalis and become butterflies. I'd
What
say
is
just
anime?
larvae with wings. I would not really call them butterflies, but they fly out of the grate and look at the world around them. They
Me
get
and
an
Twin
emotional
for real.
goodbye from all their friends they are leaving behind. They fly to airplane height and
Y'all gonna
then get
hate
hit
the
by an
slut
airplane,
bunny
and then they
arc.
nearly
Or
fly
the
The
off
what?
slut larva arc.
The what, yo?
And
The
then they lose
slut
their wings.
larva.
Yo, the nigga sold. The nigga's really sold.
Which I don't think that's how that works. They then fall from an enormous height, they bounce off stuff, kill a guy, and then encounter.
What? What a? Oh my.
That's the end. They leave us on the cliffhanger of the century. Season 2 picks up right where we left off.
The niggas actually had consistent seasons and shit, bro.
The lead pigeon has grabbed red and yellow and is flying above the streets of New York. Those streets are mysteriously filled with only red, yellow, and green cars. Odd choice for the animators. Yellow farts and
I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of odd choice in animators. I don't think they really gave a
propels
shit
the
that
pigeon
much.
into centripetal motion. Thus, the pigeon drops the larva in an Invader Zim type house.
Wait, why does she look familiar? He's referenced Invader Zim. There's like another house like this in media. Oh, so I don't remember this episode. I was gonna
The
say I remember episode they went to
Larvae
house.
are now in the house. The house arc.
The house arc.
Oh hell no!
The house is owned
arc.
by an old lady. Don't worry, we see her like twice. Also in the house is her middle-aged grandson Tom.
That's just the old dude's house. I'm up. Yeah, I was thinking that, but I swear there's another one like that. But I know what you're talking about.
Neither of these characters are that important, like at all. But they aren't the only
Man, that nigga look like he living a good
new
life.
characters. They have pets. Prussian,
It's Rio.
who is
Prussian. Holy stereotype. Nigga, yeah.
a parrot. And
Hi,
yes, Prussian is
Prussian.
a shade of blue. There's Maroon, a dachshund, and Prism, a chameleon. That name never made sense to me because prism isn't a color. But a prism can, for lack of a better term, make all of the colors, and chameleons
Imagine if
can
they didn't have
camouflage,
like a
thus
good
making
animation team.
Prism goaded. You know, I don't think talking about the whatever the character.
Prisms are free. You kept trying to eat them.
My thing is, this had like oddly good animation. Chameleons are so cool. I'm not a big lizard guy, bro. Some alright, but I'm not overall.
These
I'm
are
not a big lizard
awesome. I love reptiles.
guy. I can't figure
all
out
the
reptile.
colors. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but that's the only way it makes sense. These are the new set of villains. What the larvae do in the house isn't super different from what they did in the Great. However, now their goals are a lot less clear. A lot of the segments take place in the windowsill, which is most often where they reside. Once again, they fight for food, survive the predators, survive the elements, and explore all of the obstacles that come with inside the house, like stairs and a kitchen. Red and yellow aren't the only ones in the house. Somehow, all of the past characters knew how to get there, and which house the larvae happened to be.
Yo, why nigga put like yo.
Somehow, all of the past
This nigga
characters
had the nerve to kick over the door like, looks like you missed me. Piccolo ass entrance,
knew
bro.
how to get there.
Nigga came in like fucking Ichigo in the fucking Soul Society
and
yard.
which house the larvae happened to be in.
Yo, nigga looked at Kim like he cold, bro. Nigga, you were not hard, bro.
Brown gets in through the doggy door. In this
Niggas been nigga orphan
so
farmer,
he
man.
truly learn how much he loves his poop. Red and Yellow try to flush it, and he's willing to die for it, and jumps in the toilet. Also in this season,
Yo, this nigga really dying over this shit, bro. No pun
we
intended.
learn that Brown should
Yeah,
really be named
Beetle.
Golden, because
Hello?
that is his true color. After being fed up with his stench, the larvae try to clean him, and eventually they do, revealing his brown color.
Nigga went Super Saiyan. What the fuck? Are these two not just the red and yellow M&M? Damn, you
They're
kind of
not
are right.
the M&M, they're larva. How dare you be
It's just poop
uncultured,
and gunk caked
Nugent?
on. Black
Yo.
also comes back. He is locked in a cage, brought in by
Why the fuck would you keep a beetle like this, bro?
the middle-aged dude. For once, Black
Yeah, I
is
don't know,
vulnerable
Red.
and relies on his
so
frenemies for help.
mad.
Red takes the role of a ruthless prison warden and refuses to let Yellow help him. Black reveals the biggest plot
Yo, my guy saying, yo, once he gets out, he's gonna fuck the shit out of. Yo, I mean, he's gonna fuck. Yo, that sounds crazy. I said yo,
What is this?
insane stutter. I said he's gonna beat the shit out of. He's going to beat the shit out of
twist
Red, man.
in cinematic history.
Hornbills are
Probably
cool.
will.
I wouldn't want one, but they're cool. I see the vision. But then like a grown ass man, nigga didn't get a job. Nigga collecting beetles and shit.
Unveils his true self. His hardened body is actually just armor for whatever his species true.
What? What? Nigga, what?
Dude, this shit is so bad.
Nigga, what?
It's so ass.
I like watching them fight. Yo,
This is
nigga.
like a hollow profile picture. Hold
Th-
on.
This actually is like a fucking hollow profile picture, but nigga would put this on and say, yo, y'all think this shit hard?
No
Nigga,
hollow
what
profile
is this
picture.
plot?
Truly is. This was a shock no one saw
What the? Yo, this ain't actually. Pikmin!
coming. He is never seen like this again, and I thank the creators. Pink also joins the crew again. After she departed from them in butterfly form, she is found inside of a flower. No longer a butterfly. I don't think metamorphosis can be
what?
reversed, but whatever. Green, the frog,
So
makes one
what?
appearance this season as well.
Larva.
He duels Prism, but then they eventually join forces, but nothing comes of it after that episode. With all of the characters back and a new set of villains, the story never actually develops all that much. We get
Damn,
a
that
surprisingly
sucks.
dark and emotional love story for Red, where he falls in love with a mayfly, but due to their lifespan being only a few days, she dies on him. But then Red falls in love with another one.
Holy shit. Alright, so, like, who's the target audience here? I can't, like, a part of me, like, I don't know how to describe this. Like, now, how would you describe this? I'm actually, like, at a loss for words. There's so much, like,
Brain
nonsense.
rot.
Yeah,
This is our Scaberny toilet.
Yo, you make my head hurt even worse. I don't.
This is our Scaberny toilet.
Also, yo, this thing got hoe, bro.
And then
Double
she
you
dies,
love.
and then another one, and then she dies, and then Red has had enough and tries to die,
What the fuck? W love, nigga, hoe,
but
bro.
doesn't, obviously.
he
In one of
tries
the
to
last
kill
episodes of the
himself.
season, it is revealed that once again, Red and Yellow are trying to become butterflies. So I guess the motive was the same as the last season.
Justin, if you don't
Sort of.
watch this whole thing, they end up having a kid together.
Yo, what? Nah,
Yellow and red
nah.
too.
I wish you didn't tell me because I was dead interested in watching the whole
Up
thing.
on food and then evolve.
Let's
well,
watch
this
it
never
then,
happens.
because it's funny.
A few episodes later, change is forced upon them. In the 3-part finale,
Hello?
which is even more awesome than season 1's, the grandma and
Yeah, the
Tom
old lady
leave with their 3
dies.
pets, and a wrecking ball smashes into the house. Red and Yellow get stuck to the wrecking ball, and the worker loses control, and it
Yeah, someone's dying. Someone's
sends
dying.
the wrecking ball bye-bye into the air. For some unexplained reason, Brown, Black, Pink, and Violet are on a rooftop, and
Why? How'd the nigga get out there, bro? What the fuck, the nigga? What the fuck?
they wave goodbye to the
No,
larva. The wrecking ball
doesn't
lands on a roller coaster,
explain.
which sends them over the ocean. Then
What? Yo,
wave
yeah,
goodbye to the
yeah.
larva.
No,
The wrecking ball
no.
lands on a roller coaster, which sends them over the
No. Oh goddamn. Y'all fucking suck at doing this, y'all. Forgive me. What the fuck do I do it, bro?
There you
Whatever. That was a majestic ass shot for like whenever this
ocean,
show
then
came out,
propelled by a
bro.
whale, sends the larva into the air, where they pilot a flying fish. After a seagull attack,
That
they
shit.
use the projectile fish eggs to
We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done.
No,
We're
no,
done.
no.
We're done.
We didn't get to
We're
the
done.
marital arc yet.
We're done. We're done.
No, we
We're
didn't get
done.
to the
We're
marriage
done.
arc
We're
yet.
done. We're done. We're done. We're done.
No, you need to see them with
We're
their
done. We're done.
child.
We're done. We're done.
They
I'm done.
become
I'm done.
loving
I'm done.
husbands.
I'm done.
Please.
Pussy, play the video.
I'm not gonna lie, Iron. If you get brick to fish eggs and spewed out a nigga asshole and shit, nigga, that's your prerogative, bro.
I get it.
Nah, bro.
Man, they're getting bricked to fish eggs.
Oh my god, this is actually, yo. I hope this
Are
nigga
you
Tio
getting
watch.
bricked to fish eggs?
Are
What the
you
fuck?
niggas, bro? Holy shit, L. This is a kid show, right?
No.
Yes. L. I wanted to see the end. Holy.
Combat them. That's disgusting.
You're
They
not-
fight
none
off
of
the
us are
seagulls
getting
and land on the
bricked to
Empire
fish
State Building.
eggs,
They
dude.
cheer that they finally made it to safety, and then they accidentally knock each other off, and bam! Yet again, another cliffhanger. At the beginning of season 3, a little bit of time has passed, and it's
Yeah, why
revealed
this-
Oh god,
they survived the
this is
fall
slut
with
larva
no
plot.
explanation.
Do you think they keep getting fucking switched around to fucking COD maps, bro? I
And
swear.
now they're like a lot of
A
people
lot.
in New York,
So much
homeless and
lava.
living on the street. Now begins the third arc, the streets arc. Red and yellow
Next to
no
the
longer
streets
have a
arc.
home, and they live on the streets with the rest of their friends.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, yo. I'm talking hungry, bro. I ain't used
Brown and black
Dude,
are
I'm so
much
hungry
more
too. I'm
prominent
waiting
this
for my
season,
friend to get
while
out of
pink
her,
and
like,
rainbow made
class
occasional
so we can go
appearances.
eat.
Poor Violet is in like one episode, and that's it. They made some new
Oh,
friends,
that freak.
Ivory,
Holy shit, bro. Holy.
Dude, Jackson profile picture.
Yeah, this nigga is cracked out of his fucking skull. I am the Sydney man.
Jackson PFP.
Yeah, this shit felt like some real shitty Disney Channel show. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Saying this would be a Disney Channel show and saying this is a Nick show at best, bro. This a no, this like a
This is Cartoon Network.
nigga said Korean Uncle Grandpa. This gonna be me in a month of fucking hope not, bro. Hope your life don't get this
a
bad.
weak little
No,
stick
we're gonna
bug.
get so
No one
buff
likes him
because
too
we're gonna
much,
run
except for Yellow.
so
There's
much
also
and our
Coco.
legs are gonna be so
What the
Ooh,
fuck? Oh, yo.
Yeah, this comes the slut larva arc.
Also, yeah, when I have my stream up in the background, I heard like a bit of an echo. Not like it just like
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I turned it off though.
no, it's good. What the fuck, bro? Niggas.
I'm not too sure what she's supposed to be, but she's the cool new hot girl that literally every character drools over, and of course,
Look, she mad. She mad. She mad.
No, actually, it's a slut.
Nigga said
larva.
somber. Yo.
In the underdog-
Yo.
Yeah.
story, Ivory is the one that gets her. A new set of villains also comes into play.
Gray.
He's a mouse, and I think he's got an exposed peepee. There's the
Okay.
Twitch. That was his belly
That's
button.
me and Jackson.
I'll
Actually,
bring the
no,
weight of
that's me and
vegetables
that's me and Iron.
This shit me.
We're those pigeons.
These
Silvers,
cracked up
two
pigeons.
pigeons with a watermelon rind and a banana peel on
Yeah,
their heads.
that's
It's
me and-
revealed
that's
later
Iron and
on
I.
that underneath their fruit hats, they're bald. Besides a select few, most of the episodes are what season 1 and 2 have been. They fight for food. They fight each other. They fight the predators. It's still
dumbass.
funny. It's still good. Nothing
Good and funny. I mean, I wouldn't really correlate that much with this show. I wouldn't say the show's unfunny. I would just say this show is like it's dead ass brain rot, bro. Like your show is dead ass brain
You
rot.
can't watch it alone.
really too
Oh,
prominent.
yeah.
However, there are a few episodes to note. Tom, the grandson from the house, he is now known as the insect killer. I guess he wants revenge or something. He goes in the garden and captures red, yellow, brown, black, ivory, and a few characters that we haven't seen since season 1.
Holy
in the
shit.
Great.
Yeah, damn, what they feed this nigga? Is that Chris Griffin? It seems today that all you see is shit, bro.
Mantis, or Wart, Bee, and the ants. He takes them back to his house and tries
Oh
Holy
my god.
Dexter, nigga doing the Dexter Morgan method.
to kill them. Well, he does kill the mantis,
Oh,
bee, and the ants.
oh my god. Holy shit, bro. Yo, them niggas were really developing a plot for this.
I mean, I guess it was cool to see them again. This may seem random to bring this episode up, but
Yo, this nigga has an insane chin build,
He
bro.
looks like Schlatt. He looks like Jay Schlatt.
it's
I
important
don't see
later.
it.
Up until now, I haven't mentioned the parodies the larvas do. In season 1, they were
Oh, with
Larvitar,
Avatar.
parodying Avatar.
They have
In
power.
season 2,
The power. What are they called? Rangers. Oh, Marvel.
Niggas did yo, my head's actually
they were
fucking hurting.
Larvengers, parodying Avengers.
I got the Judge Macy training. Who the fuck is that
Now,
supposed to be?
in season 3, they are Larva
yeah, Power
Rangers,
Rangers.
a parody of Power Rangers. I haven't mentioned them because they were never too important, but now Larva Rangers have
They hitting that fucking Guinea Force
become a
joint.
recurring theme in Larva. In the 7-part series, each of the 5 main characters, red, yellow, brown, black, and pink, each have their own vehicle, and when combined make a giant mech. Gray,
How
the
giant?
Silvers, and Green, who makes a return once again this season, make their own garbage mech and they fight each other. It's pretty cool.
Cuphead
We all
ass
know how
balls.
the larvae have their own mechs, and I think it's better that I don't question it. It sets up a sequel episode at the very end with Gray plotting to make his own mech, but nothing comes of it this season. At the end of the season, they accidentally fly away on a paper airplane, giving us one last look at our characters that we've known since season 1. Goodbye, brown, black, pink, violet.
So they really, you should watch the Annoying Orange show. They had, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I actually did watch the Annoying Orange show, and I didn't, or they, alright, so I watched the Annoying Orange TV show on Cartoon Network growing up. I didn't know it was a YouTube series. I love Jason Lee in that though, because Jason Lee is one of my favorite actors. But I do remember that shit, Jackson. I vaguely do, and I rather not watch it again. I don't know how much brain rot my head can take. I don't know how much brain rot my head can take,
Rainbow,
bro.
all of them. Sorry you got to like these characters, cause now they're gone. After an intense travel,
Yeah, what the fuck?
somehow they end up.
What was the correlation here? What did I miss?
Characters, cause now they're gone. After an intense
What happened in the span of that one cut?
travel, somehow they end up on the island. After this, we were left on a cliffhanger for 4 years.
Damn, 4 fucking years? Niggas were.
They're so tough. They have so much aura.
Larva Island, Season 1, which is really Season 4. Red and Yellow land on this island. They meet a bunch of new friends, including Mango,
Oh,
a
she's
feral
so
larva
cute.
that
She's
Red
like the
absolutely
Kiriko
falls for.
of
course,
larva.
he likes anything that will look at him. Claire
I wish on YouTube Annoying Orange was stone cold kill that motherfucker would watch everyone get sliced in half and cook alive and laugh about it. That nigga actually might be a little bit of a psychopath, bro. I know what you're talking about because he kind of did that shit in a TV show.
a seal, which she is a pretty cute character. Booby, the new main
Booby.
antagonist. Crab's former.
Yo,
Yep. That's my twin right there.
yo, where the fuck are these creatures getting these fucking
That's my
animals,
gang.
bro?
Which, yeah, is a crab that is a transformer. Mud skippers that are
They look like a fucking the one enemies from Mario.
Don't be mean
kind
to
of
him.
adversaries.
Don't be mean
There's
to
one in
him.
particular.
Yeah, what the fuck,
Ooh.
bro?
Muscular
What
mud
the fuck?
skipper.
That
He's
Is
more
that
important.
Jackson?
And Chuck.
nigga, is that Jesus?
Yeah, they have Jesus. Yeah.
Yo, click. This nigga look like. Did he speak? Did he speak?
God, I love this show.
A human. Look, there was an unwritten rule to not make human main characters. That is just
Actually, yeah, he doesn't look so ugly, bro.
expected from a show like this, because what are you gonna have a human do in a show with no dialogue?
Dude, it's rescue time!
They gave
This nigga's voice actor too.
Let's
Gave him
get
dialogue.
this guy to voice act.
wonderful. Now there's exposition in Larva, not what
Man,
this
get
show
that nigga, bro.
needed. They do some wacky island
Maybe he's not getting
antics,
too much work
still
these days.
obsessed with food, but literally nothing happens.
They got
this
stream up in the
season.
back.
Nearing the end of the season, Yellow is the only character on the island without someone to
Dang,
love.
no.
Red has Mango, the Mud Skippers have each other, Crab's former has Salmon, Chuck has Clara. I don't want to go further into the human-seal relationship.
The what? The. Yo, Chuck, I thought you were my nigga, bro. I can't support you fucking seals and shit, bro.
Nah, Chuck like in. Yeah. They also have a obscure lore of the Annoying Orange.
Yellow is
I don't know if I can do that. I don't know
This
if I can
guy is so, this guy
all
is so
alone.
funny.
He
I'm not gonna-
accidentally makes
I
his
might
way
sub
back
to this
New
nigga.
York. He sees all his friends again,
I
but he is really in
did.
search
He's
of
funny
Pink.
as
When he
fuck.
finds Black, he tries to prevent Yellow from seeing Pink, and the
Hmm?
reason is quite a plot twist.
Yo, this.
Cause she's a slut.
Brown's been banging her. Not
Oh!
only that, but they have had multiple children.
Oh.
Peanut treatment.
Nah, that. Not my nigga.
Want that one thing and drop ending.
Not my
Dude,
nigga.
how about-
Not my nigga. Yellow, bro. My nigga Yellow didn't deserve all that, bro. My nigga Yellow really got his shit took in front of him, bro. After being stranded, bro. That nigga, nigga Yellow ain't really deserve all that, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry it had to be you, bro. Oh, fuck.
Talking to him like you know how this feels.
I don't know how it feels, but shit. I'd be hurt too if I was fucking sure I didn't see my girl getting backshot by a dirty ass dung beetle, bro.
Yellow is mortified, rightfully so.
I would
Yellow
too.
considers killing Brown, but ultimately leaves. Pink catches him in time, but Brown finds the two meeting up. Yellow cucks out and leaves
Yo.
willingly back to the island. I thought they were trying to leave. So that was awesome to see.
Cause that nigga got nothing to go
so
back to.
depressed right now.
I don't know this shit has fucking lore,
the
bro.
characters we've been
She is a highlight,
forced
bro.
to
I knew it
abandon.
from the
The
start.
rest of the season,
Yeah,
nothing
she was larva.
really happens. Season 2. There was no cliffhanger leading to a new location like the previous seasons. Season 2 is maybe a little bit better than
What
the
the nigga
last
Chuck
one.
be
In one of
doing?
the episodes titled Larva Rangers, Ivory, who we haven't seen in a year, flows through the wind and haphazardly lands on the island. Ivory tells them a backstory that without Red and Yellow, the Larva Rangers are useless. The 4 of them capture literally every character. Brown, Black, Pink, their dung beetle larva kids, Rainbow, Coco, and Ivory. But the wind helped Ivory escape. The 4 predators end up on the island with a mechanical dumpster and all of those characters in a cage. Green quickly eats Red, Yellow, Mango, Ivory, Muscular Mudskipper, and Crab's Former. In what feels like a betrayal, Mango, Crab's Former, and Muscular Mudskipper replace Brown, Black, and Pink as the other 3 Larva Rangers. After a fierce battle between them, the predators retreat and go to their garbage.
What's Chuck doing, bro? That Chuck must be cracked out of his mind. Why is Chuck not like stopping
He
this?
always on some bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not glad he has to be. Niggas are like fucking seals on an island.
A
So.
ginormous, dumpster-sized machine. The Larva Rangers are no match for the
Niggas fighting Undertale bosses and shit. Niggas fighting Deltarune exclusive.
Deltarune.
Yeah, this ain't
So
Deltarune
they combine
exclusive.
their powers with Chuck the Cringe Lord. Now, the Larva Rangers are...
What is this nigga Chuck
Besides,
doing,
Chuck
bro?
says some cringe dialogue, and then they duel the garbage mech. And then the Larva Rangers blast them away. Our old characters say their goodbyes and go back to
God,
New
this
York
is
on
so
their mech.
peak.
Hear me
Why is
out.
this story
If
actually somewhat
they've
interesting?
been trying for 2 seasons to get off this island. Why didn't they go with them? At least they give Mango a backstory. Her parents were the protectors of the island, and if an eruption were to ever happen, they would have to keep it at bay. Well, suffice to say, it wasn't kept at bay one time, and now her parents are no more. In the penultimate
Yikes.
episode, the volcano erupts again. So now they have to
So
leave
what
on
is
a
Chuck
raft
doing
made.
here?
They literally fly away on their raft. Mango
Being a
last minute decides to
freako.
abandon ship and fly back to the island with Booby. In the next episode, they are then stranded on the raft with no food, so Chuck eats Clara.
Hmm?
He eats his still girlfriend. He eats his still girlfriend.
Is Chuck top 10 or worst villains in media, bro? Is Chuck?
He's the worst boyfriend ever.
This nigga Chuck was fucking. I'm assuming a very
the
young
worst
seal.
boyfriend
Cause
ever.
seals aren't usually that small. So this nigga Chuck was fucking young seals.
And I don't think they're tasty either. Like, people don't eat them for a reason.
I don't think if it was tasty or not, that would have helped. But then yeah, that nigga Chuck is a sick fuck. That nigga Chuck need the.
Like, he didn't even try fishing. He was just like, seal girlfriend.
Yo, you this
More
nigga
like
fucking
seal
Chuck.
dinner.
You this nigga Chuck. Yeah, we need to seal the nigga Chuck.
No, but could you imagine?
Oh,
So
yeah,
accidentally
nigga got me,
separates
nigga
their
got me,
raft.
nigga
Clara
got me, bro.
floats to a little seal island. Chuck
Oh.
floats back to New York. Crab's Former floats back to the island, which has been restored by Mango. And Red and Yellow eat
Thank you,
another one of those
Mango.
fart mushrooms
Ciao,
and
Mango.
blast off into the sunset. And we are left on somewhat of a cliffhanger. The next chronological installment.
Oh my god, Netflix produced this shit. So this is recent. This is recent time. That's a new Netflix logo. You can see like the little indents on
I
the.
love Netflix. I love
in the
Larva.
timeline is Larva Pendant. Even though the Larva Island movie released.
This is also
yeah,
on
they
Netflix.
got a movie. I'll talk about that in a second. Larva Pendant, the half-hour special. Red and Yellow are still stranded on that raft. Red has carved himself and Mango into the wood, and then he begins to cry, covering it with his tears. The moonlight then shines on the carving and makes it magical. Larva was never really sci-fi, but okay. Maybe it's that alien.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? You telling me this was never
you sure?
fucking? Are you sure? Nigga said reaction time. Hey, reaction time. Hop on Fortnite. Yo.
From season 1.
Hell
A swordfish
no!
destroys their raft. Red is able to grab the mango part of the carving, but the part with the red carving floats back to the island. Red and Yellow then get hit by a boat. Meanwhile, in a house in New York, a guy, who we'll just call him Human because they don't give him a name, walks into
Damn, you can get a fucking cooler name than
a house
human.
with a cage of insects. Blue, who we haven't seen since season 3, Mantis, who literally died in season 3, also an ant, a few of them died in season 3, could be a different one though, and Asphalt, a blue
Name asshole.
bee. I don't know why her name is Asphalt. Some dude did
Wait,
not know his
wait.
colors.
Hold on
Asphalt.
before. No, wait, go back to where it says asphalt.
an ant, a few of them died in season 3, could be a different one though, and Asphalt, a blue bee.
New Woofer's profile picture.
Yo, nah, you give me a stop telling niggas to have these creatures, these abominable fucking
New Woofer's
creatures.
PFP.
As
I
niggas
don't know why
PFPs,
her
bro.
name is Asphalt. Some dude did not know his colors. Asphalt escapes before the human can study. The human's cat, Malt, chases after her, and they end up in an alleyway. Red and Yellow
These
also
names are
happen to be
fucking
in said
ass.
alleyway. They don't explain what happened after
They're
the
Korean.
boat.
Where
Just
they know?
they're okay now. Malt captures Asphalt. When the larva go by a glass bottle, Mango appeared in a portal-type thing, and she was viewing the red carving on the island. Red never notices this, though. Malt then chases after Red and Yellow. Malt catches Yellow after like a 5-minute chase, and he also has the pendant, which is just
That
the
nigga
mango
speaking?
carving. But Red escapes. The human, who went out for stuff, happens to drop his wallet while bike riding, which just happens to be right where Red is, and it just happens to open, and
What
there's
a
a
James
picture
Bond
of the
villain.
human and Malt. Lots of just happenstance coincidences. Red hitches a ride and goes to his house. Red sneaks in through vents, and in one of the cobwebs,
You think
there's
he,
Blue, whose
solid
body
snake?
is fresh. So,
You think
kinda
he
sad, season 1
imposter?
character killed off. Womp womp. Inside the house, Yellow
Womp
and Asphalt are now
womp.
in a cage. The human takes
It's your
Asphalt and puts her
pumpkin.
in some
It's your
innator that looks like it
pumpkin.
came from Dr. Doofenshmirtz and connects
Yo, what is
himself
this?
to it.
Yeah, nigga said it for me. Yo, a holy fucking stutter. Giggity. But what? What is this nigga doing, bro? This is like supposedly a normal human.
He's doing his
Whatever he's trying to do, it fails. We
stops.
never see Asphalt again.
Damn, rest in peace, asshole,
Oh,
bro.
Jackson.
Niggas
Isn't this Pete, brother?
Niggas introduce what's good, Jackson. Niggas introduce asshole just to kill her for like what's the purpose of doing this? Niggas kill
Red
asshole
helps
to do this.
Yellow escape, and then they both try to escape.
Isn't
They
this
climb up
Pete
into some
Jackson?
tube. They fall back out.
Yeah, I
The
wanted
pendant
to like
cracks.
see it with
Malt
my own
eats
eyes,
Yellow,
you know.
and Red
Hold
falls
on.
into
Get
Yeah,
my
the
own
this is
commentary.
Hold on.
Beautiful.
Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, thank you, Hollow. Thank you for the
So
ban.
when are you
the
changing that to your
machine.
profile
Red
picture?
cares more about his broken piece of wood than his best friend of like 11
let me
years
think
that
about
was
it.
just consumed. Inside the machine,
let me
Red is
think
able to
about it.
see Mango very clearly through the portal thing. Red begins to get gassed, and then Mango does some
Hell-
voodoo seance.
Yo, why?
Fuck yeah.
What fucking war crime?
Like,
This causes a tree to grow in the room, and Red becomes Superman. I'm starting.
see, this is what peak writing looks like, guys. I think you
I
guys
hope one
need to
day.
kind of
I hope one day I can get to this level.
like believe to achieve this.
Yeah. I think the niggas tomorrow
What the
teaching.
fuck kind of thing is this?
Niggas tomorrow
Carlos
teaching.
has a crush on Takamura, but Takamura hates foreigners.
What the
I
hell?
think Larva needs to stick with 90-second segments about food. Red forces Malt to hack up Yellow. Also, I think killing the cat. Yellow dies.
Oh my
His
God.
soul is
He's dead?
Dude, Jackson.
sends to Vienna sausage heaven. Bear with me
Can you
here.
write something
Red
like
flies into
this?
space, flies around Earth so fast
Just
it
read
reverses
the
its spin,
bio.
somehow making time go backwards, thus making Yellow's soul go back into his body. Red kills the cat again, but Yellow still dies. As he is
Would
ascending,
Taka
Red, I think,
accept
technically
him
dies,
even if
turns
he's
himself into a
dead?
spirit, and then forcefully puts Yellow.
What is it?
Oh fuck, that's funny, dude. I need to read that. Holy shit.
I'm gonna read it right now.
What are niggas talking about, bro? Who was the nigga in
Yo,
South
fuck
Korea
this.
writing this?
Let me see that shit. Let me see this.
Yellow's soul back into his body. Red and Yellow fly
This is
away,
so
going
bad.
back to the island for no reason whatsoever. Red
it looks
loses
like
his
it's well
Superman
drawn.
abilities, and
It's
they fall
not.
back to land.
Oh, it is.
Meanwhile, on the
Look at
island,
the first
Mango leaves
chapter.
everyone behind and heads to New York. On the streets of New York, Red and Yellow are
Oh.
roaming around, and then they are picked up by an
Random.
owl and taken to her nest
Look
in
at
a
this
greenhouse.
side
Cliffhanger
profile. It
ending.
looks like a fucking
This special
horse.
sucked. Moving on to the next season.
This is really
Larva
bad.
Family. The
Larva
greenhouse
fam,
arc.
the
Red and Yellow
greenhouse
escape
art.
the
Nah,
ice.
we were talking about the greenhouse
Nest.
art, or are you
Eat
telling me a
some
different art?
berries. Except for one of those
Greenhouse
berries
arc?
is an egg, which
Oh,
Yellow
I'm talking about
eats.
the-
He then
the-
gets
the
pregnant,
marital arc.
and after a day, craps out a baby.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm convinced the niggas who made this show are sick fucks, and like they need to like be executed from like ever touching anything ever. Just
Why?
cut them niggas' hand. Nigga said why?
Why?
Yeah, nigga has not been paying attention to the stream at all, bro.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. You won't be asking that question then,
This is
bro.
this is the brain rot
And
kid
I'm
show. What do you
disgusted that
expect,
this
bro?
is someone's
Oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
that's
so
a problem.
Kid show's peak.
Yeah, and that's the problem, bro.
fetish. Red and Yellow are dads to the new
Oh.
character.
Teaching them the
Magenta.
good Christian
We
values.
have
Nah, I'm
the
playing.
larva family. The owl is mauve. and her
Fuck
baby
yeah,
is
really
killed.
bad.
There's a turtle character, which is pretty.
This nigga look like Squidward and Master Roshi did the fucking fusion dance, bro.
I'm gonna look in a month.
Why you keep saying that, bro? Wait, what you plan on doing
Pretty
yourself
cool.
in a month?
However, his name is Big Brown.
I
He's
mean-
literally like Brown, the dung
Got some
beetle.
things
But
coming up.
instead of eating his poop,
Jackson.
can you
just
guess
like
what he does?
here.
What does he do?
drinks his pee.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't think.
Just
Should,
making-
I hope they don't show that. I can't say that.
Grizzly, a moth, he's an antagonist. And finally, there's an entire colony of bees, but most importantly, Moni, Momo, and Mocha
Yo, I
are
want
the
that
three
fucking
main bee
shirt he has.
characters. Once again, there's
Dude,
no
if you pull
huge
up with
crazy
that
story
Red Bull, I'm
arcs,
gonna beat
just
the
mostly
fuck outta you.
standalone segments. In one segment,
Come
they go
on,
back
who?
to the island through a drain in their little reservoir
Oh,
thing. Red
shit.
misses Mango, and she's not there. We see all of the characters very briefly.
Fucking
We learn
plain
that Crab's
white
former
fucking
and Salmon
tank
had
top
kids,
with
along
daddy
with
on it
Muskie the
in
Mudskipper
bold
and
fucking
another
print.
Mudskipper. Once the three
Holy
larvae return
shit,
home,
that's
Bro,
so
do you
Mango
have a
bad.
returns.
Wattpad account?
No.
I need you to download it so you can watch this. Or read
the
this.
island on her
It's
raft,
so
so
bad.
they never actually meet
Mango,
up,
my
which is kind
queen!
of weird storytelling. You'd think they're building something up. No, we haven't seen Mango again. The Larva Rangers also make a return.
No.
The Silvers are spying on the greenhouse.
Fuck yeah.
This nigga doing.
Kinda
What's the
sad.
nigga name? Dawson from fucking Street Fighter. Nigga doing Dawson from Street Fighter
Stop
Larva
tactics,
and
it,
man.
Gang
man.
are having a party, and Gray comes in and spikes their
They got
drink with
sli-
brainwash juice. All of the background
like
bees
slurp
and
juice.
Yellow fall under his control. Then, Gray and the Silvers capture Red, Grizzly, Big Brown, and Mauve. It's up to Magenta, Tan, and the three bees to save them. They figure out how to use the Larva Rangers mechs, which they just happen to have their own.
Oh.
Who is making these mechs? They fight them and rescue the others, and then they bring out the big guns. Red and Yellow get their mechs, but so do Mauve, Big Brown, and Grizzly. They all work together and completely clobber Gray
Damn,
and the
damn,
Silvers. I don't know why
damn.
Green wasn't brought back for this. The main theme of this season
What
is
me and
growing,
Iron are doing,
that's
that
what
gorilla,
Magenta
bro.
does. She eventually evolves into
I
a
got
bee
that.
after all the care and nurturing from her fathers. Tan also grows up into a more mature owl. In the final
Here,
episode,
Jackson.
two
Bro, this nigga like fucking bad news, bro. This is gonna be fucking bad
pink
news.
bees come to the greenhouse, claiming they are Magenta's real parents. They get
Are you sure about that? How the fuck you gonna? How for me real parents? Then that nigga like shit
all
the baby.
cuddly and cozy, but we quickly learn that they are wasps painted pink, and they are there to steal the bees' honey. They end up taking the small beehive to their
How do you fucking fall for this,
Oh
bro?
shit.
How the fuck did these two idiots fall for this nigga? You gave birth to him, bro. Like, how the fuck did you?
Look. I'm not angry with you.
Not homophobic. Well,
What are y'all niggas talking about, bro?
this
Hmm.
comic that I'm reading.
huge hive. There we learn one of those wasps is the queen, and she basically enslaves the baby wasp larva. Red, yellow, and magenta infiltrate the huge
This
beehive,
is
launch
so
it into the
bad.
greenhouse, almost cause a huge fire, almost kill a bunch of baby larvae. They don't. They're fine. They just about have the queen wasp killed, and on the edge of death,
Nigga doing that Metal Gear
Oh
Solid
my
and then with fucking
God,
liquid.
no.
God damn.
Mufasa, but Magenta's good nature wants to help her, despite, the queen trying to kill her countless
Fuck you,
times. Red and
Magenta.
Yellow were like,
Stupid
Like,
ass.
Magenta
actually-
does it anyway. It was a plot. Shocker. She tries to drag
dumb
Magenta
fuck,
into
you
the fire
fucking
with her,
deserve
but
that.
Red
Oh,
and Yellow
shit.
sacrifice themselves in a surprisingly, really emotional
I'm
Yeah,
mo-
if I ever sacrifice
is
myself,
not-
I'm just gonna rip ass on everybody as soon as I sacrifice.
Holy yo. I was supposed to say, oh, that's cute, bro. I'm not gonna lie, for a weird ass show, they actually kind of did good for a little
Here,
emotional ending.
Jackson.
Whole niggas just fucking shit on. Oh my.
send off with their adoptive daughter. Flashbacks, the whole
That's
shebang.
not. That's
Yes, their daughter.
that's not an adoptive daughter. That nigga gave birth to her. What do you mean?
The globe thing that the hive was in falls down into the oasis pool, and Red and Yellow die. Like, I'm not kidding. They literally killed off the two main characters. Time jump, Magenta reminisces all the good times they had, and finds a picture of them on a smartphone. She is raising the baby wasp larvas, and they have little toys of Red and Yellow.
What the
Emotional
fuck?
music is playing. You're crying, I'm not crying, and the
I
theme
promise
comes
you,
full
I'm not crying.
I'm crying right now.
I
full
promise you. I'm
circle.
not.
Red and Yellow.
Like,
Answer me.
did this nigga just lick his hole and then start flying away?
This is dad.
No, this is the baby.
Yeah.
This is the babies.
Why are
in
you
the,
kissing a gaijin and a guy?
What?
And my mother is a
Matured
Mexican
and
woman.
raised a baby, cared for her, loved for her, and now their baby
Here,
is
I
doing
think
the same
here,
thing
Jackson,
when they're
just-
not around.
this is
Oh
his
wait, there's
stepbrother.
like 5 seconds left of the episode. Oh, the ocean. And red and yellow are alive in the ocean.
Whoa.
They don't
Whoa.
explain
Whoa.
how. My guess is they escaped the drain at the bottom of the pool from the island episode, but I don't know. This is the most recently released canon larva content, so
Canon
the story
larva
should
content?
end here. No. The Larva Island movie.
No.
Despite this movie being
This is a
released before
movie?
Pendant and Family, I think canonically it's the most recent thing on the
It's weird.
timeline. Let me explain. The movie follows Chuck, who is now clean shaven
See, I
and
want to
walking
read
on
that,
the
but
street.
I'm not
He
going
almost
to.
steps
Not
on
because
Brown.
it's TOS,
Good to
but I
see
just
him
don't
again.
want those
Don't
words
get
to
used
come out of
to
my
it.
mouth.
This is his
Yeah, I can only focus on like one crazy shit at a time. I don't need y'all like reading like whatever crazy shit in my ear. So
last
I can
season.
only deal with so much
He's
nonsense
on
at a
his way to
time,
give
bro.
an interview with a weirdo named Grace. She wants to write a book about his story. So Chuck tells it. We see a flashback. This flashback is literally just an episode from Larva Island. Nothing switched around. Nothing different. Copy and paste.
There's no way to Netflix. You'll cancel every fucking good show you'll have, and you'll produce more fucking Larva and Larva, whatever the fuck these two niggas are called, red and blue. I don't give a shit. Red and yellow, black and white. I don't give a fuck, bro. Y'all niggas will keep everything that's worse about your fucking platform on your platform, but when it comes to good ass shows,
No.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The nigga who created this is sorry.
After
ass
the
nigga, bro.
episode ends, we get a bit more dialogue between Chuck and Grace, which leads into another flashback, which, again, is just an episode. Repeat this. Episode. Chuck and Grace interstitial. Episode. Etc. This isn't a
Do you like
movie.
pancakes
This
for
feels
breakfast?
illegal. How can you
With
release
toast?
a movie of just a
I
couple
don't know how to do Spanish dishes, so
Yo,
I don't speak Spanish. to
Yo,
eat
yo.
pancakes.
yo,
I don't know how to make Spanish food.
what are y'all niggas
Oh,
possibly
shit.
reading, bro?
I know Spanish people don't eat toast. What do I make?
Compilation of
I don't know.
episodes.
Nice.
Seriously, it's like a compilation video on YouTube. The in-between parts of Chuck and Grace aren't good, and it's also not well animated. This feels unfair. This
There's
isn't
no
a movie.
value
You know,
in it,
It's just a
Mexican people
forceful
don't like
binge watch. At the
pancakes
very end,
or
Chuck
toast.
leaves and drops a penny.
I don't know what to
Does
do.
go down a grate, the very same grate from season 1.
That's a
Guess
grate
who's
like that.
there? Red and yellow. Full circle.
Is this gonna be
this
like
movie has to take place
fucking
after Family because
meets his
Pendant
fucking
picks right
crush
up
at
where
school or
Island
whatever.
left
I
off,
made
and
your
Family
favorite.
picks
It's
right
just
up
like
where Pendant left
fucking
off, leaving no room
tacos or
to
some
fit the
dumb
movie
fucking
in the story.
stereotypical
This
shit.
isn't the end of our story. There
They did-
is a 2024 release. Larva in Mars.
Oh, this one's
The
bad.
larvae are
This one's
2D.
bad.
They accidentally got shipped up
I'm not that for 2D animation. This is pretty
off
good.
to
It's
Mars.
good,
So
but the
far,
story
only 20
is,
episodes
like,
have been
it's
released out of a
not good.
supposed
I mean, shit. The story for this whole thing has not been good.
Well, just imagine the story so far, but worse.
78.
I'll try my best,
Certainly
but
hope
that'll
it
be
just
pretty
stops at
fucking
20.
In the
hard.
I hate on
future.
stuff a lot, but
I
this
take
show
notes.
is garbage. Not that the first seasons are amazing. This is coming from a lifelong Larva fan. I've been a
A
fan
lifelong Larva fan. Nigga been watching since he
Yeah,
legit,
this
bro.
guy's
W,
so
bro.
fucking
of
funny. This
Larva
guy's
since
cool
I
as
was
fuck.
9 years old. I loved this show before season 3 even came out. I'm an OG, okay? I know my Larva content, and this is a mockery of Larva. First,
This nigga really sound offended by it, bro. I mean, fuck it, bro. I mean, shit, I would be too, nigga. Nigga watched since he was 9 years old. I'm assuming like he was like 20 something now. Shit, I'd be offended too, bro.
the timeline.
Just me talking
Where
about
does
like
it
the
fit?
Patrick Star
It
show.
doesn't. I'm thinking
In the
2D
topic of
Larva is
SpongeBob.
not
The
canon.
fact that that's
I will
even a
tell you
thing is
why
crazy
in a
to me.
It
second.
don't even look bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'd
First,
watch it. I've seen him clips. The
let
show
me
look good.
whine
It's
about
just,
this.
it's just ass. I've watched it. It's just ass.
Grown adult hates on fart worm show.
They constantly play opening songs from the first 3 seasons, even when music doesn't belong, and the tracks will interrupt each other. There's constant screen noise.
No, what the nigga saying, bro? I actually can't hear what this nigga saying. Hold on, where is it? Not
Grown
call.
ass man. Grown ass man.
Jumping ahead in the story, the designs are way too simple. The character designs are very bland. I'm pretty sure the audio clips are ripped off from the first 3 seasons, thus they sound kind of weird. Also, they reference SpongeBob, which feels very out of place, and a character briefly sings Baby Shark, and
Yeah, see, and that's why I don't care anymore. Niggas are not gonna start singing Baby Shark in my fucking ear, bro. I'd rather listen to
Jackson, the
actual
guy
fucking
took off
culture.
his
This
glasses,
sucks.
and there's like
Anywho,
2
you
whole
wanna see
episodes
something
about the
worse?
other guy being like, "Oh my god, he's so beautiful."
Fuck yeah, bro. I need to read that in my spare time.
So what is the demographic now? Is it like
Makes up to that guy's Patreon. I want to support a creator that I
Here,
enjoy.
wait, actually, there's she has a GoFundMe. Look it up.
is it so what is the audience now? Was it like preteens, little kids? What the fuck is the audience now? I'm so confused. And you can't say, oh, brainwash worm show. Cause like
Bro, mid.
what middle schoolers learning about their fucking alphabets, bro?
Gracias. I don't understand.
I don't understand
Spanish. And I just don't know what to say.
Man.
This is horrible. Unfortunately, the
peak.
larvae are now
This is really
children
bad.
learning mascots.
Nah, it's
What a
cute. I fully
downgrade.
support her and her
There are
endeavors.
hundreds of these where they just
They're
sing
about to
nursery
talk to
rhymes
his
and
dad
learning
now.
songs. This
if
alone
it's
is
funny,
enough
I'll
reason as to why
screenshot
2D
it.
larva isn't canon. But the real reason is
So this the
actually
boy
worse.
you've been
Take a
queering
listen.
around with, huh? Never thought I'd see the day.
Your dad is a Yakuza. Holy stereotype.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The other guy's Japanese, by the. Oh my god, there's no way.
Yeah, they talk and they sing. You thought Chuck was bad? The larva cannot talk.
There's no
Simply
way
put,
this is
none of the
real.
characters can besides Chuck,
Holy
which means it's
stereotypes.
impossible for this to be canon. But wait, I'm forgetting one piece of content.
Oh.
Larva in China. It's what the name says.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
Larva in China,
Meow.
I swear, I put on something. They're gonna have a racial stereotype. Watch, they're gonna have a racial.
Say that word.
Watch, they're gonna have a racial stereotype. Watch.
However, the Chinese call this
Oh
show
my
hilarious
God,
bugs.
Jackson.
Let's stick to larva in China. There's no explanation
Of
on how
course
they
they
are.
are. They're gonna
why
have like
they
a
are there.
spider or some
They
shit.
are
Be like,
just
hello,
there.
young
It's not
one. Or some shit. You already know.
just red and yellow. It's every
Alright,
character
let's see,
from
let's see.
seasons 1 through 3. Brown, black, pink, violet, rainbow, green, blue, bee, maroon, Prussian, gray, the silvers, ivory, and
Oh my
cocoa. Also,
God.
there's 2 new characters
can't
with brief
call
appearances,
Spanish
the
person
Cockroach
that.
Brothers. Most episodes consist of them playing or eating something
What does that
Chinese
word
related, and
mean?
I don't understand any of it because I'm American. This show has 2 seasons, and it's really hard to tell if it's canon.
Hold on,
Tons
let
of
me
characters
Google it.
that have never met are now there together, with no mention of how they're there. There's no mention of any island or family characters, so
There's
one
no
would
way they're
assume
gonna
it's
convince his
before
dad to
those
not be
took
homophobic
place.
anymore.
But due to any lack of explanation or any other references of how or why they're there, I think it's safe to
Oh,
say
Gaijin
it's
means
non-canon.
foreigner. Okay,
Or it's a
that makes sense.
multiverse thing.
That's
And
not
I'm not
good.
gonna go that far. I think that's the end of the larva universe.
Shout out to
so
this nigga,
far.
bro.
Other than the larva and
Shout out to
larva
this nigga.
episodes, I don't
We
know of
should watch,
anything new coming out. I think I
Ninjago.
ordered everything in the timeline correctly, except for the few occasional online exclusive videos.
Here.
Shout out Nat for the recommendation for this video. This is a good video. This nigga Mung is funny. I didn't know the lore in this show gets so deep, but I do remember how fucking disgusting it was. So that didn't change at least. I think I'm gonna watch like 2 more videos, then I'm gonna go hop on Okami, and I
Watch fucking
nah
Tekken 5 intro.
nah bro. I got my.
Dude, Jackson, look at what I sent.
All right, next video we have.
Oh, oh, oh no.
Next video we have is most vile villains ever in media. Oh, villain. Most vile villain.
Who is it?
No, we gotta watch the video. This nigga Diddy be on the screen does not fucking help. Alright, let's see. Let's see.
Who's the most vile villain ever in media? A hard question to answer. There's plenty of candidates for this title. And across
You see that nigga on the screen though. You see three evil ass niggas on the screen though. I'm not gonna lie, you cannot compare nigga Homelander to Griffith though.
Yeah, you can't. This isn't even a fucking
variety of
question.
different genres. Some people may think of Scar from The Lion King. A lion so obsessed with power that he killed his own brother for the throne. His own brother. My dog, Mufasa. Shoving the blame on his nephew, forcing him to leave their home Pride Rock, and turning Pride Rock into a dry, desolate wasteland.
You can't
That's
be
evil.
serious.
Or maybe that's not enough. And you think of someone like Michael Myers, the literal embodiment of evil, who terrorizes hometown of Haddonfield with his ability to never
It'll probably
freaking
be
die.
just-
These are
the
both
main
good
guy-
kids.
It'll either be the AI from I Have No Mouth But Must Scream, or it'll probably be Judge Holden. This probably be a Blood Meridian video. I can feel it. I need to read Blood Meridian.
Hello?
Hey.
Weird. I might muted it, so that was fucking odd. Anyways, yeah, you're probably right, but let's see. They had a nigga Diddy on the screen, so you know they might have con. Those two might have fucking con.
Candidates for the title. You could even call them great, but when I say vile, I mean vile. Someone like Homeland. Now that dude is more like it. I've expressed my distaste for this dude before, but season 4.
Homelander has probably one of the best writing ever. I'm not gonna shout out to the boys. I love that show. His writing is so fire. I hope they don't show the fucking scene on here.
This dude is on a whole nother level. In the earlier seasons, it was already very clear how messed up in the head this dude was. With him doing things like letting a plane full of people die, the creation of Ryan, dated Stormfront, killed Black Noir, called A-Train.
Recipe by nigga Black Noir. Go.
The list goes on and on. To sum it all up, he beefed with a baby. A baby. At least when I beef with babies, it's for a good reason.
Punching babies in public prank.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that nigga really cocked that shit back though.
The point is, this dude was already a bad, hilarious guy who shows no remorse for any of the decisions he makes. So when I say in season 4 things got worse, just know things got worse. Season 4 starts how any other season starts. Huey off somewhere and wearing a Minecraft shirt, Frenchie doing French things, Starlight chatting it up, Butcher doing his typical.
Yo, they need to leave Starlight alone, bro.
Homelander's got me, son. The usual. But Homelander, there was something off about Homelander. He seemed more on edge. He seemed more unstable. Different. And it made me more scared of him than ever. I mean, literally, every time he's on screen this season, I just assume someone's about to get lazy. And like 60% of the time, I'm right. This is because Homelander was stressed like never before.
Smart idea to make a superhero like that a villain without it being like, I'm going to conquer the world. No, he's just a fucking insecure, like, narcissist.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Perfect casting. Amazing character in the sense like how they rate him. Now he's that nigga moving fucking different.
In life, crisis.
Homelander's just a really good character. I like the way they wrote him.
Is tired of yes men, trouble with his son.
And the most evil though. No way.
Also, this scene right here, the whole split mirror shit was so cool.
On top of all of that, he had identity issues worse than the Dominican.
Yo. My mic keeps muting, so it's so weird, man. Hold on. Let me check my fucking... Why's my headset keep? I'm not gonna love my crosshair headset at the same time I don't. Because it be bugging the fuck out sometimes. So it's a real fucking double-edged sword. It really, really is. Damn, Nat left. Probably fucking Miss Stinky coming back. They said at Grok, is this true? Let's continue. Let's see. Hello? Fuck's the audio? Where the fuck the audio go? Yo, why the fuck are my headphones bugging today? Hello? Hold on, let me see.
We're flying to Philadelphia! Oh, hell no!
That's the audio playing in my headset right now. Okay, what the fuck? Why is there no audio playing in my headset?
Tough. Hey. God damn your echo.
Hello? Can anyone in chat hear me? Cause my whole like headset's messed up right now. I can't hear any audio through it. I gotta restart my thing because my shit is actually fucked up right now. Give me a second, y'all, because my shit's actually... I can't hear any audio through it. I might need to restart stream. Hold on. It says my headphones are dying, but they're... Don't tell me my $150 headphones are fucked up, bro. Do my shits need an update or something? I deadass can't hear any audio through my headphones.
Things like letting a...
Okay, there we go. I don't know why the USB fucked up. Alright, we back. I don't know why my shit fucked up like that. I need to get new headphones. I hate to say it.
Oh man.
Holy bug. Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, my shit was fucked up. I don't know why. Alright, let's get back into it. Was it where we left off? 151. Let's see who the most violent...
Fixing these issues and
fuck, not audio messed up. No, whatever. I'm
failing over and over and over again. Homelander decides to deal with these issues by destroying what he believes is...
Nah, this is actually too ass, bro. What the fuck? Why is everything I love just turning this shit?
Shit happens.
the root of the problem.
Okay, perfect. Can you hear me, Jackson? Alright, good, alright. It should fix.
His humanity.
And then
which leads to him doing possibly the most messed up thing he's done to date. When he arrives at the lab where he was made, he comes in with a cake. But he's not here to celebrate with these people. You see, this lab was where Homelander was raised. And these people are the ones that raised him. And by raised, I mean they experimented on him, isolated him, and worst of all, showed him zero love when he was a baby.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not crazy to say. Homelander would have been a normal ass nigga if they did what they did to him, but someone showed him love. It's not crazy to say. It didn't seem like this was like unavoidable. Like it really would have just took one person to show him love. Y'all couldn't still do what y'all did. Just show the nigga love. It wouldn't have been that hard.
He grew up to be a monster, and that's still messed up. So these people kind of deserved what came next. Homelander with a comment.
Yo, not this scene. I hope. Well,
his expression on his face enacts his revenge on every single one of them in the most brutal way. Tosses the first dude in this oven room where he used to put Homelander when he was little. Made the second dude. I can't even say I'm trying to get paid, but I'll put it this way. He made this man perform the most vigorous / embarrassing forearm workout in front of all of his colleagues while laughing at him. And this scene was so hard to watch because as Homelander said, his life was quite literally in his hands. Come on, bruh. This is an old man. His Peter don't even work like that no more. And he had performance anxiety? Yeah, he stood no chance.
Fuck, bro. This nigga Homelander definitely like men. This is a real fucking zesty activity, but...
At this point, if I was one of the workers, I would have been up there laughing with Homelander to avoid what happens next. Because after putting old dude out of his misery, Homelander murks everyone in the lab. In brutal fashion, too. And leaves the director of the lab sealed in there with all
Strawberry was not my. Yo, I love this fucking scene. It's so funny. Nigga, Anthony Starr reaction.
He's a monster. If it wasn't for the other people on this list being even more devious, and this episode low-key making you empathize with Homelander in his past, he'd be number one, no question about it. But someone like Sid from Toy Story, I cannot sympathize with that kid at all. Now I know what you're thinking. It sounds outlandish. It sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. Why?
I need to fix her girl. Hold on. Wait, the screen's been fucked up the entire time and no one said nothing, bro? Oh my god.